This is gonna be really sketchy because these are literally brand new slicks. It's dark and it's a bike that I've never ridden before. Apparently dry 2 is the most aggressive riding mode. Don't ask me why I'm in it. Alarm launch. No, what is going on? This bike right here is 375 pounds and this bike has 215 horsepower. You guys already know we have to do at least one pull. Oh my god, I'm breathing heavy because look at it, dude. First ride on the HP4 race and we're racing sunset. Nothing new. The sun literally just set. How are we gonna make it back home? It's gonna be dark. This is such a bad idea. If you guys don't know, this bike is a full race bike. As you can see, it has slicks on. We just got it cleaned up. The seat is literally wet. My butt is gonna be soaked. Let's start it up. That was a little rough. Come on, HP4 race, first ride. I'm sorry, I know I've already put you through a lot without even riding you. But first ride on this thing. I didn't want it to be like that last minute. We didn't even finish everything that we wanted to do today, but here we are. And this thing's supposed to have like a starting sequence and all that. Oi, oi, oi. This is gonna be really sketchy because these are literally brand new slicks. And it's dark and it's a bike that I've never ridden before. So this is not the most fun. Let's turn up the traction control to max, to be honest. I do not want to risk anything right now. No kickstands, so... Bro, I already forgot the Celsius. Oh, I think 55 is when I can start riding it because I had to do the conversion because everything is in kilometers and Celsius. So 55 is when I can start riding it and I don't want it to go over. 104 is like safe, hot. 115 is like dangerous, like stop. So, that's the plan. Okay, it's already heating up. Let me kind of move it around. Oh. Thank you. Oh, yeah. The turn radius on this is horrible because it's a track bike. I never thought about that. You don't really need to turn as much when you have a track bike. Pray for me! Later, bro. Thank you guys. Molly Motorsports. First ride on the HP4 race. Oh my god, the seat is soaked! So we learned that apparently dry 2 is the most aggressive riding mode. Don't ask me why I'm in it, but yeah, dry 2 is like the full power. I thought dry 1 for whatever reason would be full power because, you know, number 1, but dry 2 is the most aggressive riding mode when it comes to power, so this thing should be full power now. Oh, this is a very aggressive riding position. I'm gonna have to adjust. If you guys missed the first video, we took off the entire tailpiece because it's a one big carbon unit. You can move it up and down. I'm gonna move it up a little bit to make it a little less aggressive because I am taller. Dude, this thing is... Oh, it's launch control. No, 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 I'm not launching, bro. Alarm launch. No, what is going on? It's literally screaming at me like launch. I am not launching. Leave me alone. Off. There we go. We left launch control. I'm glad I read the service manual. Now I know a couple things. Oh my god, I've never felt a bike this light. This is crazy. I'm not gonna be doing any of this stuff right away because we need to heat up those slicks and warm them up. Bro, there's no speed. I literally don't have a speedometer on this thing. Oh, wait. There's no speedometer! This is the sketchiest parts with the slicks. Whoa, this feels weird. I've never ridden anything like this. Oh my god, this feels so weird. Oh, the urge to just like send it. But no, it's cold and it's dark, so the tires are gonna need some time to warm up. That's the issue with slicks. That's why I'm probably not gonna keep slicks on this thing and put street tires on it, just simply because I would like to not have to warm up the slicks and go through the whole like process of heating them up, because it does take longer. Bro, every time I go into first gear, it's like launch. Oh, he's right there. This is not good. There's a cop literally right behind me. I don't know what green is. What is this? Lap record time? Bro, I don't know what I'm looking at. There's so much info here. Oh, I just realized that I don't even have a tail light. Yeah, I don't know what that green flashing is. I read in the manual that flashing, if you guys missed the last video, that's when we did the service and all that on this thing before, you know, riding it. And but this is wild. I can't believe I'm riding an HP4 race right now. It doesn't make sense. This is an $80,000 motorcycle. Woo! It is freezing. I'm literally just wearing a shirt and I'm still sick. Oh my god. This bike got some hiccup. It's probably because it's so light. If you guys missed the first two videos, this bike right here is 375 pounds. That is literally lighter than a 300cc motorcycle, and this bike has 215 horsepower, which is like even more than 5 times the power of a 300cc motorcycle. So the specs are insane. This is why I wanted the HP4 race, mainly because I was like, there's no way this is 375 horsepower. That's lighter than a Superleggera. You guys know the V4 Superleggera, $100,000 motorcycle? I mean, this is 80K, so it's not really that far off. But the fact that this is 25 pounds, I'm talking wet, by the way. For those of you guys that are like, oh, that's not that light, that's wet weight. You guys don't understand what that means? Like some of the lightest liter bikes, like my V4R, the M1000RR, those are like 425. That's 50 pounds heavier than this, and those are like really light race bikes. The Superleggera, which has a full carbon frame, full carbon swing arm, all that stuff, is 400 pounds. This is still that much lighter than that, and still making this much power. My M1000 made 212. This is 215. How crazy is that? I mean, my M1000 right now, since that it's stage 3, probably makes a lot more, but don't get all confused. This bike is gonna get modified. This is not saying stock either. I'm gonna dyno tune this thing. We're gonna probably put an air filter in it, even though it's like straight through. You can literally see the air filter through the front. That's how like race bike this thing is. And here I am riding it right here. Obviously, no ABS, no headlights, no fans, no taillights, no kickstand. For those of you guys that missed the last couple of videos, just absolute madness. The ultimate BMW motorcycle ever made. It's funny because we're arguing, me and the boys are like, I don't need a tail light, I'm always passing cars, it's not gonna be bad. Little do we know, I'm gonna need it on literally the first day, because, you know, no one behind me is gonna see me. Oh man, and Mr. Steve over here is shooting the cinematics, so of course we're gonna include these for you guys in this video. And of course, check out my Instagram, because that's where you usually see the cinematics and the updates firsthand, unless it's a bike review event. You guys on YouTube get to see it first, actually. Okay. It's not bad, and it needs some pickup. It's definitely not like aggressive. It's a lot smoother than I expected. I thought given it's a track bike, it's gonna be a little more like, hey, you better know what you're doing if you get on this. But now that I'm thinking about it, you know, any rich person, which is most of the people buying this thing new for the track, are gonna be the rich guys that are like, yeah, I have a lot of money, let me drop $80,000 and take this thing to the track. Besides that, not many people are going to be buying this bike at all. It's also really, really trippy that I don't have a speedometer, man. Like, I literally don't know what speeds I'm going. Which might be a good thing, actually, for YouTube. I'm trying to go through the menus to see if it has it somewhere else. Oh, I think this is the only menu that I can see while I'm here. I mean, hopefully we got some heat in the tires. I'm trying to get a feel for it. This bike feels crazy. Actually, like, it feels light, but not as flickable as I thought it would. I don't know if that even makes sense. But man, it's getting dark and it's looking sketchy ahead. It feels solid. I don't know if that makes sense. That's like my first impression with it, is that it feels very, like, it feels like a unit. I thought it's gonna be like paperweight, you know what I mean? Like very unstable and all that stuff, but it's not like that at all. Yeah, maybe lower the traction control a little bit. Can I do that on the fly actually on this thing? Oh, I'm still trying to figure out how to do that even. No, I don't think you can lower the traction. Oh, maybe I have to release throttle? Yeah. Yeah, you definitely can't switch menus. So this is the set menu that you have for this thing. It's definitely very, very quiet too because of that exhaust. So we might, as I said before, be hitting up SC Projects and asking them if we can do some sort of custom exhaust for this thing, because that would be really cool. Or custom fitment, I should say. Oh no, I can't adjust the traction control on the fly. Okay, we toned it down a little bit just because I feel like I want to see if the bike is more aggressive, if traction control affects the horsepower at all. I feel like it feels a little more snappy, or that could be just placebo, but that would make sense. If your traction control is really high, the electronics, I would assume, would want to make this thing as smooth as possible so you don't lose traction. Oh man, this is surprising. I thought it's gonna be so raw and aggressive that it's not fun to kind of chill on, like what I'm doing right now, but it's honestly really relaxed, which is catching me completely by surprise. I'm so sorry that it's kind of like late and dark and we're trying to catch up to sunset, and I can't even mob because, you know, we're trying to get some cinematics for you guys for the first day picking it up. But yeah, the bike is definitely a lot smoother than I expected. I definitely have to make sure I'm looking behind me a lot more than usual since I don't have a tail light, especially when it's dark like this, because yeah, there's no way for people to see me, which obviously is a risk factor. These lines are your enemy when it comes to slicks. Those are usually what's so slippery. But I think we heat up the tire enough by now, so should be good. Yeah, the tires feel solid. They don't feel slippery at all right now. But we're still trying to be on the safe side, you know. Not worse anything. It's a new bike. I'm trying to learn from my mistakes. The 2 times I've crashed in my life was because I was riding brand new bikes that I'm not accustomed to, and I rode them aggressively like I ride some of my other bikes, and that's how it went down both times. On my V4S, the full carbon one, RIP, and on my M1000RR that we rebuilt. Very smooth bike. That was like barely any throttle. The bike definitely has a really good pickup. I mean, obviously he's being this light with this much horsepower. It's definitely a little too quiet for my liking. That's my one negative thing about it, but you know, I knew that. It's not going to be very loud. I mean, we didn't even test it in the higher RPM, so it was just weird that I have no speedometer, man. Like, officer is like, do you know what speed you're going? Not really, man. Not really. I can't say that at all, actually. Because, you know, yeah, if you know, you know. Oh man, it's like completely, like, pretty much dark right now. Or at least it looks like in my visor. It is nighttime. This is like full-on ghost riding right now. I like this bike a lot, man. This is weird because this feels more stable than my M1000RR. Like, it like wants to move, but the center of gravity is like lower. It's like such a sharp shooter. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I can toss it around literally one-handed, as you guys were seeing, but at the same time, like, it just stays. I don't know if it's the tires, maybe a little more grippy. I don't know. It's definitely very interesting. You guys already know we have to do at least one pull. Oh my, dude, these brakes are so nice. I don't know what just sprayed in front of us, behind us. Is that? No, that's on the inside. Yeah, what is this? That might be brake fluid, honestly. It's all over everywhere. So we need to wipe that as soon as possible. Ooh, how's the BMW burbles and fun stuff? Yeah, he's saying I'm like pitch black, he can't see me at all. I know, it's this thing keeps wanting to launch. Yeah, I need to learn how to maybe turn off the launch control or whatever. What an interesting ride. So different from that. It's like a drum. Nothing in there. Hollow. I'm like, there's nothing. That's fun. Here we go. Can definitely do it solo. Just a little sketch with all the bikes around. Oh, this is dried up, so I don't think it's... Yeah, it's probably actually because we de-sealed it. It was probably like liquid that was trapped in here like water. There they are, next to each other. Big brother, little brother. That was an interesting ride, to say the least. It doesn't ride like I expected to at all. I thought it's gonna be like flying around in the wind, you know? It's so stable, it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. It's like at all. Like the opposite of squirrely, if anything. Like these are way more squirrely than that. It's easy to throw around, but then it just stays. Yeah.
Probably similar to the Fireblade, but like on steroids or something.
Yeah, it's actually a good like explanation, which doesn't make sense to that. I thought it was the cast wheels because those are really heavy, but this has completely like carbon wheels. I
mean, it looks crazy. Like when you guys see the footage that I'm sure is going to be in the pre-run of this video, seeing it in motions like it's trippy, dude.
Dude, I'm bummed that we couldn't see it in the sun. Like it's full carbon.
To be honest, I got to take a look at it in post.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's A7S3, so.
I mean, look at this though. Like it's a little unreal. I should back it up like next to the H. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I wanted to keep it next to the BMW, but look at that. That's a sight. The HP4 race next to the H2R. It's here. That was the first ride. Alright, I'm gonna end this video, detail this bike. It's pretty interesting. You guys saw firsthand. That was like my true first reaction to this thing. We heated it up. Obviously didn't want to push it too much, but definitely when I lowered the traction control, it felt a little jumpy. So I'm assuming if I lower even more, it'll be even jumpier. I have no idea what I hit in that pull because, dude, it has no speedometer at all. Yeah. Like at all. We thought it might be in kilometer. It has none.
Oh, like literally.
Like nothing. Yeah, no speedometer at all. So I literally can't even convert and like know what speed I'm going. It just has gears and RPM. Yeah, that was fun. I guess that's good, so you don't have to blur anything anymore. Oh my god, that's funny. Alright. Hope you guys enjoyed the first ride. Obviously, this is a first ride. Everyone's like, when I do a first test of this, they're like, oh, this is not it's a first ride. It's just like an impression. This is not like a proper, full-on ride. Just like, oh, this is how this feels, which I'm very familiar with since I ride so many different things. But I like it. Definitely not as scary as I thought it would be. It's very smooth. It's still a BMW, I guess. So like, I thought it was gonna be really, really rowdy, especially because the old gens were rowdy, especially as a race bike. Bro, like higher gears, this thing was just cruising. It's like very smooth. Like I can definitely cruise with it. I thought it's gonna be like kind of H2R, where it's like kind of jumpy. It's not at all. It's very smooth, very like stable. It feels really, really good, which is weird given how light it is. Definitely felt comfortable. I just didn't want to do anything stupid because, yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please drop a like, subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Obviously, there's going to be a lot more content coming with this thing and some of the other bikes, of course. We're not going to neglect them. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like, subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one. And welcome to the HP4 in the garage. This is the first time she is in here with all the other bikes. And now we are back to 8. All right. I'll keep ending this video. Peace out. Ride safe. Love y'all. left.